Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. Uh, we are car number 2 into the electric car DLC, and today we're going to be working on the 2018 Atom 330. And as you can see, it's not in the best of shape. Got a little bit of prep work we got to do, but first, get the frame taken care of. Okay. That back where it came from. I'm gonna start popping body panels off. It's like the rear window is missing, so skip that. That still 2%. Oh, I don't like that. You take that off there. Hang on. That. Yeah, it won't let you put the engine cover in. It won't let you put the engine cover in before the. So it's not counting that as that, but we're gonna go ahead and fix it up anyway. You should be at, yeah, you're at 1%. Okay. Sorry, I was just kind of futzing around with that a little bit because there was just sometimes they count that stuff with the body, sometimes they don't. Okay. Yep, other way. Rid of license plates because we're going to do custom ones anyway. All right. Body station. Excuse me. It does consider it part of that, so weird. Anyway, we fixed it up, so it's fine. All right. One body window. And windshield in the other body window. Okay. Not sure why I had front left fender marked twice, but okay. All right. Let's get what we have on there. Okay, missing the window there. And a window there too. We'll get those in the next round. We'll worry about the engine cover once we get the engine compartment taken care of. Yeah, you're not there either. Okay. I'm missing that. That. Hmm. I must have forgot to mark the so we have a rear left door. I must have accidentally sold it or marked it instead of the fender. That's okay. Let's see if we can back here. Okay, front left door. Rear left door. Okay, rear window. Okay, right door window. Front. Fender. Clear list. I need the left side mirror. Okay, I'll get the remaining parts. Go. You should be basically good to go, except for the license plates. So let's go get those. All right. Body's 96. Hmm. Fair. Okay. For some reason I didn't think it counted it, but it did. Alright. Good to know. So let's do the interior. Okay. Off to the interior shop. Drop all the new stuff back in. Okay, so body frame and interior are 100% now. So, step in the right direction. Fortunately, both the front and rear driver's side suspension are missing parts. So we got the two tires here, so we'll use those as templates. And is this using more than one tire size? It is not. Awesome. Okay, good. Good. So I need to get this up in the air. Oh, she's missing like half the stuff on the engine and missing the entirety of the battery modules. Yeah, this one's going to be fun. Alright. We're going to need entirety of the rear shock assembly. Go there. Go over here. Bottom suspension arm. 2 rubber bushings. Caliper. And the accompanying cylinder. Then we're going to need cap. I'm going to assume for a moment that we're going to be using standard one. That assembly together before we go any further with this. Alright. Like I guessed correctly. That's ready for prime time. The gearbox is intact. Both drive shafts, or excuse me, drive axles are present. Looks like that has everything. The rear suspension's good. That stuff we'll deal with later. Here, we are missing like all but one of the rubber bushings. And I need 2 rubber bushings for that. 2 for that. Okay. Brakes. And the hubcap. You guys missing anything? Front end link. We've already got the rubber bushings accounted for. So, he else appears to be present. More or less. At least in terms of the suspension. I'm not worrying about the stuff in the frunk. We'll deal with that when we get to that part of the restoration. Right. Back up. Here. Front shock. Do the same here since it took a stock back shock assembly and spring. One would think that this takes the standard stuff up front too. Um, 7 rubber bushings. Bottom suspension arm. Upper suspension arm. And cylinder. Caliper. And wheel hubcap. We're doing this so that we can at least have the suspension to the point where the car can roll on its own. I like having it in that state. Oh, we're going to need the end link too. We'll get to that here in a minute. Just need to get that assembly put together, but we can at least put the rest of this stuff on. So, yeah, we need to get that together. We need to get the stuff for that. Plus, I think, yeah, we've got the front end link. Right, let's get that assembly thrown together. And the stuff we do now is that much less that we have to buy or put together once we actually get to the suspension restoration. So, it's annoying now, but do it now. We don't have to fuss with it later. Wait, what? Maybe we picked the wrong front shock? Entirely possible. Reevaluate what we're doing here. Get the front end link on there. Okay. Get the rest of the rubber bushings in. I bet you it's using... oh, it looks like a I don't know. We'll take a look here in a second. Okay, so let's go here. No shopping list. Probably just picked the wrong part, which happens. Either way, the other two parts are the same, so I think we just had the wrong double wishbone shock absorber. I'm looking for front spring. So we were close, but apparently not close enough. But it's an easy fix. Okay, let's try that one and see if it's happier. Hit on there. There we go. And now you're ready for a tire. Yeah, we brought the parts complete up to 51%, or the part condition up to 51%, I should say, by making the suspension effectively parts complete. Okie dokie. Get these two tires separated. Okie, let's go fix the rims up. Cool. Easy peasy. Let's take a look. Yeah, those two are good. Oh, they're 20s. Those are good sized tires. Maybe 4 of those and 2 of those. I'll keep one since they're the same size for reference purposes. So we'll go to rims, classic rim, O2, and we need two of them, 20-inch. I make sure everything looks good. It does. Alright, go over to the tire shop. We're using the standard sport tire. And these are all 235/35s. Four. Let's keep that on there until we verify. Okay, so 235/35 R20, 235/35 R20. Alright. Good to go there. Get this all thrown back together and balanced, and we'll put them on the car. And we're going to take this bad boy to paint. Wheels on. Drop her down, make sure she sits proper. Looking good all the way around. Go to paint. So color variants, you see there's 3 different ones to choose from. Oh, 4, but we're already at one of them, so 3 others. Might go for a red one. Can do with like a red pearl coat. Check something real quick. Or not? Okay, yeah, we're fine. That's that gloss paint. That's really not looking bad. Don't think there's any liveries. Yep, didn't think so. I'm gonna go with that. Looks almost like a Ford Focus with that, paint job, but hey, it's fine. And look at that leg room. Nice. Alright. Back over here. Now, a few things we gotta do just to... So all your fluid reservoirs are missing. That's a good thing. That means we don't have to empty them. Because normally those three there are the first things I take out or empty out in the car. There's no oil since it's an electric car. So, yeah, I guess we're going to go straight to getting the engine out. Means we're going to need to get this up in the air because I need to get the tires off, get the drive axles off, and then get the gearbox off. And I think that should be it. No exhaust stuff to deal with for obvious reasons. Alright, off you come. Come on, there you go. Alright, so half of you is missing. Because of that, I can just take the gearbox straight off. Right. Where is your battery? I'll make sure not missing it. Some of them like to hide it in the trunk. That's why I'm kind of looking around. The previous car we worked on had a 12-volt battery. Oh, there it is. I put it up front. Okay, good. I just want to make sure it wasn't anything. So basically, aside from doing what we're doing here with getting the engine fixed up, there isn't much to do in the back. Put that engine on the stand there, and then we'll back out for a second. Like I said, there ain't much left of it. Half of it's been parted out and part of it's been removed by me. So let's fix all that up. Okay, so that gearbox is good to go. I'm going to put that back on. And also, I didn't need to take the engine cover off to get the engine out. Okay, sure. Sure. Alright, let's, there ain't much left of this. Time. Some kind of world record there for engine disassembly. I'm going to take a look to see if any of those have like performance equivalents, because I still don't remember much from doing the last thing. Nope. 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 Okay, so those are all, if we can't fix those up. Again, very nice. let's clear list. Don't we accidentally try to go buy stuff a second time. We did before. Right. Rotor and stator. Okay. Now we got bracket support, rear end housing, charger, and air compressor. Bracket's a no-go. Rear housing's a no-go. Charger, yes please. AC compressor, okay. Then we're back clean out. There we go. I keep instinctively hitting escape to back out of the menu to go up one level instead of backing out completely, and yeah, gotta be careful with that stuff, especially when you're in a hurry. You're probably who's what? Okay. So it's not in the main shop, it's not in the performance shop, so let's go through here. See. Okay. That's everything from that round. So let's mark another set of parts. Front end housing. Looks like we've got a electronic controller. Like the first of the cables. That's a really thick gauge cable. Right. I know the cable's probably a performance part. In housing. Okay. That's a part. That's a performance part. Here. That's definitely a performance part. Get all this marked. Get what we can from each of the shops. Nope. Inverter. Our inductor. Rectum fryer. And our inverter. I'm willing to suspect that junction box is another... Yep, another part from the electrical shop. I want to see if that's in the performance. Okay. Sometimes you gotta be careful with that, because sometimes there's a performance part. If there's not, then it's probably in the electrical, if it's not in the standard parts list. Probably in electrical then. Because of course it is. Okay, just looking to see if there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. Alright, get that off there then. I did this last time. Hit the wrong button. There we go. All good. And since there's nothing else in the frunk, so we're just going to close that. And back end's done. So let's get you up in the air. We're going to need to replace all your battery packs. And those are currently there. Those I know are performance parts. We need 6, need 9 of them. Only they were that modular in every electric car and that easy to replace, I think people would not be so grouchy towards electric cars. Saying. Alright. Yeah, we're making good progress here. Lightning progress on this thing. Pardon the pun. What next? Okay, we'll probably need to take care of the frunk then. Since we literally took care of the engine, the fuel system, aka the battery, and the engine. So we're in here. I have to do this because there's literally no way for me to get down here because it's got this like plastic tray thing or whatever frick that is over it. Okay, so you need. I haven't seen any fans hooked up. Okay, you need 2 radiators. Fuse box base A, which I know we're gonna need the lid, so we'll get that here in a minute. Yes, ECU, coolant, brake servo, washer, and brand spanking new battery. Okay. Fuse box is electrical, we'll skip that. ABS is electrical, ECU is electrical. Get the coolant reservoir, brake servo, washer reservoir, batteries electrical, so we'll head back over here. Fuse box base A, so cover A, match things up. I'll do ABS. We need both modules, or both sections of the module. Oop. Brand new ECU. Brand new battery. We'll get the fuses here in a minute. Don't you worry, we'll get those. You do need fans. Right, part dependency, duh. Okay. Never mind. We have to go ahead and get the fuses anyway, so we might as well get the fans along with it. Rest of this thrown in there. Alright, so we need to, because the only thing we should have, yeah, fuse box cover. So let's mark these. And then we're going to need two radiator fan housings, which means we need accompanying fans. Let's go. But since we're in the electronics shop, let's go ahead and get the fuses and relays. So 4 relay type Bs. 3 relay type Cs. Relay type A. 2 fuse type As. 3 fuse type Bs. And 2 radiator fan housings, which be come on, get back in there. Radiator fan housing fan, since it's not numbered, that's going to be our guy. Drop those in. Good to go. And put the fuses and relays in. Alright, get up here. We'll start putting fluids in. No power steering fluid because, well, electric power steering. Okay, game. You know what I meant. Okay. Make sure we ain't got any other grayed out items that need to be installed. Check our inventory. Right, we need to put the gearbox back on before we get too far down the pike here. Oh, you're missing. Ah. Right, we had that from, okay. Nope, back here. Okay, that's not, I just wanted to double check, make sure it wasn't a performance part. Big game. You need to get this from the engine compartment. It's like, I can look right at it. This literally looks like a vacuum cleaner. It just got bolted to the top of a generator. Okay. Apparently we weren't as done as I thought, but that's okay. Why we come back and check things, especially with unfamiliar cars. Why couldn't I put this on when we were doing the engine restoration? Who knows? Let's take a looky. Oh wait, body's 96, right? Because we took the fucking so we're up to 87%. Yeah. Guess it's okay, so we got everything in the frunk, and then we got the stuff we missed that I didn't notice until just now with the engine. And yes, if you hate me doing bunny quotes, I'm gonna be doing that a lot during the electric car DLC. So just bear with me. Right, so we should be at the point now where all we have left, I think, is the front and rear suspension. So get you up in here, get these other two tires off, and we're just going to start tearing the suspension out. We'll fix what we can, replace what we can't, that kind of thing. And like I said, that stuff we bought earlier, yes, we are taking it apart, but it's going to save us from having to buy or fix a handful of parts that we otherwise would have had to do. So. The two of these assemblies are going to be brand new. Two of them are going to have to be torn apart and the parts replaced because they are not repairable. Go ahead and get these bushings out. In some ways, these electric cars are easier to work on. In some, they're just a little trickier. I suppose if I was, excuse me, worked on enough of them in this game, it becomes second nature like the internal combustion cars. But yeah, I'm still just trying to take my time a little bit with, checking the parts against like performance versus standard parts, and figuring out which ones are available from which store, because like I said, we ran into a few situations where some of the parts are in standard parts bin, some of them are in the aftermarket shop, and some are in electrical because, well, it's an electric car, so kind of a duh situation there, but still, you don't know, you don't know. Or if you're like me and you're tired and you can't hardly think straight, you can kind of just get not necessarily frustrated, just slow down a little bit. be everything off of front and rear suspension. That one's good, that one's good, so we need to get this one apart. And that one apart. No need to take all four apart unless we want to be just like absolutely pedantic about this. Couple more to go. Not too bad. We're getting there. That's it on those. We're going to fix up what we can and see what's left over and buy what we need. Alright, see where that left us. We were into page 3 before stuff started dropping below 100%. A good chunk of them are probably consumables or the shock assembly parts, which are never fixable. Yeah, let's go ahead and mark stuff. Alright. Go buy what we need. Okay, got a rubber bushings. Shock absorber. And link. For hub bearings. New set of brake pads. Shock cap. Front spring. Sway bar. Got your inner tie rods. Rear shock. Rear spring. Outer tie rods. front shock cap, and a wheel hub cap to round things out. Right, let's get going. I don't have to worry about making sure the correct tires on there because these are all the same size. Come on. Everything's there that should be there. Just putting the preliminaries down before we work on the individual sides. Okay. Back up there. There you go. Okay, we're almost there. And parts condition is 100%. Good job, everybody. Group effort. Got nothing in inventory. Yep. Get you over to alignment rack. We'll take care of the headlights and the wheels. The other one. Perfect. Alright, good to go. Okay, let's get you to the dyno room. Such as it is. Alright, so 326 horsepower with 332, excuse me, pound-feet of torque. From the factory. Let's see where we end up. Warp speed. I mean, that's actually not bad for an electric car. 518 horsepower, so 192 horsepower gained, so 59% increase. 437 pound-feet of torque, so an increase of 106, so 32% increase. Hey, not bad. Swapped out a few parts here and there. Well, kind of. Car was actually missing quite a few parts on the engine. Alright, so get you to spot 1, position 1. I've been calling it different things over the series. I'm going to take some pictures. A little bit scared. Bam. That'll be the thumbnail, which by the time you've seen this part, you already know that. And this is going to go on Discord. Perfect. Get in. Fancy interface. Not much else. Rather Spartan if you ask me, but hey, guess that's the way things are going. Track. So get my controller out. This is easier to do with one of these because I have to kind of feather the throttle, otherwise these things tend to get a little squirrely. I have to actually hold the throttle just under full because if I don't, this thing bunny hops like a bastard. So we got up to our max speed before I can even finish talking, so it looks like we're about 131 miles an hour. Like if I hold it all the way down, traction control kicks in and the engine just kind of goes no, and then like does that little hopping thing. It's kind of annoying. But hey, it is what it is. Right, so this was a fun little build. I took what little I learned from the previous electric car video, helped save a few steps, make things a little more streamlined than last time. A few little minor hiccups here and there, but nothing major. Overall, had a good time. Take a look at the numbers. We got close with the one of the color variants. Like that. Alright, let's take a look. We bought it for 31,055 credits. And you can see the condition bonus, performance parts value, body value, and parts value, and how it all factors into the overall cost of the car. And so we're selling this for 141,504 for a profit of 110,449. So, what, tripled our money? Maybe. And then some. Either way, we made a decent bit of coin off this car. Let's get that sold. Start moving things around for next time. So we got the Atom Renton. So that'll be a fun one to deal with. Put that in Bay 1, because that's going to be the next episode. We have the Alenti EZ. I still say that's how I pronounce, or I'm going to pronounce it. Probably pronounced some other way, but hey, works for me. That's car number 2. That'll be 2 episodes out. And then we're going to be doing our filler episode, which is this immaculate pile of rust. It is a Bolt Chapman that we're going to be fixing up. I wanted to do this one because it's very similar to my very first car I ever drove, right down to the hubcap design. In fact, we're going to make it look as close as possible. That's going to go... I mean... I think we already washed it. Like we did. But, yeah. Doesn't look like it, but we did. Let's go into position 2, because that's 3 episodes out now. Now, we get to start pulling cars out for the final DLC that I'm going to be doing for this series. We're going to be doing the Dodge Plymouth Chrysler DLC, which just released, you know, a few weeks ago. Actually, several weeks ago. And I only just now got to it because I had a bit of a backlog of other stuff I wanted to cover. So, as you can see, we got quite a list of cars. So we're going to do the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. Get that moved in. I'll go ahead and take it over and get it cleaned. Move there. Just so we don't have to fuss with this later. As you can see, she's mostly there. At least she has all of her wheels. Which is good. You may notice a slight resemblance to this car for some of the cars that we've worked on, or at least one particular car that we've worked on in the past. Kind of. This was the great granddaddy of that car. We might even try to see if we could do a similar paint job with it too. You know, maybe like a dark gray with the stripes on it to kind of do a compare contrast. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking with this, but somebody was attempting to fix this up. Yeah, body panels are mostly there. All the glass looks like it's there. Headlights, taillights are all good. I mean, yeah. I can't wait to work on this one. I'm in position 3. And that's what we're doing for the near future. So, that's it for today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the little bell thing if you want the alerts for any new videos or streams that happen to occur on this channel. Even with the work stuff progressing slowly, I was told that next week I might hear something because last week apparently the people that I need to talk to were out. So my schedule will change, but I'm going to finish this series. It may take a little while because, like I said, the last the last couple of cars here, plus the 8 cars from that last DLC. It's going to take a while, but I did promise to finish the series at least. As to what goes on afterwards, I'm still trying to determine that. Of course, it's all going to come down to how much time I have to work on this stuff at the end of the day, because my day job's going to be quite consuming, both mentally, more mentally than physically, but still. As soon as I find something out, I will let you guys know. And with that, I'm going to turn you guys loose, and y'all take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Later.